All right, team, what's going on? I'm Tim Jenkins, and welcome to All Things QB. We are back. Okay, I was on a little family vacay last week, so I'm sorry that I missed you guys last week, but we are breaking down the Denver Broncos and their offense and their Week 7 struggle against the New York Jets. So, guys, I break down the Broncos every single week on this channel, so if you're a Broncos fan, you like Russell Wilson, you like Brett Rippin, let it rippin, okay? Subscribe to this channel, turn the notification bell on, and be a huge favor to me, okay? I'm a huge FTA guy, which means comment for the algorithm, and then please like this video so other people see it. But I'm really excited to jump to this tape and then really talk through some ways of how to fix this Denver Broncos offense. So we talked through some good, we talked through some bad. There's a good bad clip. There's a lot of no grades where we're just kind of talking through what the Broncos are trying to do on offense and why it's really tough for Brett to operate. So I'm excited about this one, and without further ado, let's jump into the film. All right, team. We're opening up with a little ship concept. Okay, we've got a good here. I really love this concept. Super easy. First big completion of the day, okay, for Brett. So look, we've got this collect shallow here from our number 3 receiver. So remember, when you're in 3-by-1, you label these receivers outside in, meaning, hey, this would be 1, 2, 3 when you're just going through like a quick reference. Obviously, that's not their actual positions, right? We have X, Z, F, Y, all that good stuff. But when you're just saying, hey, the number 1 receiver, this is the guy you're talking about. When you're saying, hey, the number 3 receiver, that's the guy you're talking about. Just one little quick football thing. So, okay, our number 3 receiver, we've got them on a collect shallow, meaning, hey, if it's man-to-man, run that thing all the way across. If it's zone, we're going to sit it down. We've got Jerry Jeudy on a little 5-step ship route, okay? Brett's just going to deliver a dime. Jerry Jeudy does a really good job crossing face of the DB. Really good pitch and catch. These are the kind of things that we just don't see enough of from the Broncos, where it's like on-time, quick game, right? Let's play on time in the quick game. Just a nice, smooth concept. Great ball there. Great ball there. Really good stuff, okay? This was late in the game, but I wanted to highlight it. We've got a little read route where it's like, hey, go ahead, get vertical if you can. Take this thing on a go if you can. If not, sit it down. I thought Brett did a really good job stepping up in the pocket here and delivering a dime. Okay, Kendall Hinton, I thought, did a really good job with that route there. One thing, too, on the tight. Okay, and I'm not a huge advocate for these phantom roughing the passer calls. But, like, come on. Literally, I don't... These are the ones where it's like, how do we miss these ones? You can't put your hand on a quarterback's helmet. So it's like, how do you miss those ones? But then you call the ones for Tom Brady when he's kicking somebody. Doesn't make sense. Anyways, we've got a really good Blaze 8 here. What's the Blaze 8? It's where they're going to, Jerry Jeudy's going to work vertical, break to the post for 3 steps, and then he's going to kind of roll this thing into an out. Not a true post corner, right? Post corner would be a little bit higher. It's a Blaze 8, meaning he's going to really round this thing out. It's almost like a post out is how I want you guys to look at it. Okay, it's not really like a post corner, more like a post out. Okay, a Blaze 8. Good action here. Really good route by Jerry Jeudy, and that's a good football. Really good, tough catch on the sideline, too. These are the ones where you hear Hackett. I think there's plays to be made, you know. These are the ones where it's like there are, right? They're making plays. There is some good stuff on this tape. Flat out love this one more than anything, right? This is a good old-fashioned samurai concept. We've got our number 1 receiver. Because he's condensed, he's going to work an ultra high, meaning, hey, get vertical. And then really, it's kind of like a super high angle corner. That's the way to look at these ultra highs. Then we've got Jerry Jeudy on the deep over coming. Okay, we've got 1 down to 2. Okay, I want you guys to see Brett does a really good job looking through KJ. Gets to Jerry, who's wide open. So to me, okay, when you're looking at this, right? This is really good play calling and design, right? Meaning, you've got KJ Hamler. He's probably your fastest receiver on roster working the vertical threat. And you've got Jerry Jeudy, who is a great deep over runner on the deep over, okay? It's not only about the concept being that, hey, we're going to run samurai, that to me I love. It's getting your guys in the right spot, correct? Well, Tim, why are you harping on this? Well, we'll show you on the next clip why I'm harping on it. Or I don't know if it's the next clip or if it's the one after, but really good stuff. Use KJ to clear guys out. Let Jerry Jeudy run to the open grass, okay? Yep, it's the next clip. Now I hate all of this, right? So we have Samurai. We drew it up well, used the right guys. Now we're going to run Samurai again. Except for some reason, we're going to use Cortland Sutton as our deep clear out guy, which you'll see isn't going to do anything to the safety. Okay. And then we're going to use a tight end as our guy who's going to try to get all the way across the field. So I hate being this guy, but Cortland Sutton, I want to like use the correct words here, does not stress a defense the same way that he used to. Okay. This guy is just nowhere near thinking about helping vertical. Okay. Instead, he's going to poach this deep over route, and he'll run the deep over better than this guy because guess what? This guy is a tight end who should probably have his hand in the ground in protection when we're trying to run Samurai, not the guy running the deep over. And then, of course, Brett, for some reason, decides that we're going to drive this deep over route, even though we have this safety poaching all of it. Like, the technical read there really probably should have been Cortland Sutton, I guess. Because it's usually if the safety takes the deep over, let's throw the post. He also is getting freaking, we have 3 guys for 95, and none of us can block him. That's just as bad as it gets. So that to me is where it's just like, Hackett will do one thing on tape where I get super excited. I'm like, man, I can see the direction this offense is going. And then we'll just follow it up with in my opinion, just egregious design. Because I think the Samurai concept is good design, but that's not where play design stops. You don't then just stop because, we had a good play drawn up on the whiteboard. It has to carry over to getting the right guys in those spots. This is one of those where Brett's just got to keep it. He does a good job later in the game keeping one on a 3rd and 8 that he almost converts. This one he's just got to keep, right? We've got guys covered up everywhere. He just got to keep this thing. Keep it, go try to get it. I see what he's doing, which is, hey, I'm going to try to throw this thing to Jerry Jeudy while he's getting grabbed. But unfortunately, we got grabbed a lot and didn't get very many calls in regards to that. And he can go get that thing. Brett's an athletic dude. I think he's way more athletic than people give him credit for. Just got to go get that one, okay? This way I got marked as a good bad because it's one of those where I completely get what he's doing. I would love to see us rip this dagger. I'd always read this thing more traditionally 1 to 2, right? Dagger down to the shallow, okay? We had this as kind of a Cadillac concept. But I see what he does, which is, man, he sees this thing pop open with all this green grass, right? You see this kind of green grass, this kind of sink. So you end up taking it as a quarterback. So it's, to me, I have it marked as a good back. It's one of those where it's like, man, I get it, but I really would love to see one clean hitch and him rip this dagger route, especially because I think he has the arm to do it. Okay, but never going to fault a guy for when he sees this level of sink and this level of green grass for getting to it, get it to his tight end, let him go make a play. So what I would love to see him rip that dagger concept, but simultaneously, I am not going to fault him for getting into that collect shallow. Not one bit. Now we've got a little good on an F dog. Okay, we got 2 of these in a row that I really, really love the design of and kind of how this was executed. So we've got F dog. Dog's just a little China concept where we've got the under here, okay, and we've got it paired with a deep out. This is a really good job by Brett. Look, watch him. Boom, gets in a scramble drill. Keeps his eyes downfield and just rips that dog that deep out. Love that, man. Really, really love this job. Really good execution here. Brett made some plays, man. I think you got to give him credit for stepping in there, making some things happen. Okay, Y-Dog here, same thing. Just different personnel doing it. We've got the under route paired with the deep out. Brett on 3rd down does a really good job hanging in there and delivering a strike on the deep out again, okay? Probably the best concept the Broncos had yesterday was that little under paired with the deep out. Really good job just staying in there. Now we've got a little bit of a no grade, okay? We've got a no grade last few clips where I wanted to talk more through the offense, okay, than I did really like grading it good, bad. So this one we're going to talk through because I just flat out have no idea what the Broncos are trying to get done here. So when we look at this, right, what you're going to see is you're going to see Jerry Jeudy is clearly on that Blaze 8 that we talked about earlier. It looks to me like KJ Hamler is supposed to be running the same thing, and that's who Brett's throwing to. And then it also looks to me like they're also pairing this with like a hitch or a sit route. This guy turns vertical. Like there's just a lot of stuff going on that I just frankly have no idea. So to me, I think you watch these guys. The reason I think it's mirrored Blaze 8s is because watch these guys and how in sync they are. Okay, right on those breaks. That it's like, KJ's definitely supposed to be coming out of this thing flat, which is where I think Brett's trying to go with this football. But then also we have this tight end who's kind of turning vertical, so it's like, just have no freaking idea, to be honest, what they're trying to do. Yeah, I don't know. That's just a frustrating one. So, less than ideal, obviously. Okay? This one is one of those where I got a no grade for Brett because just like we need these, right? These are the ones that, if we're going to use Cortland Sutton on this deep threat, okay, which I don't disagree with which I disagree with because you'll see how the safeties play. The safeties are always playing more the deep over because I don't feel like the corners feel like they need help. But if we're going to use him here, he's got to come down with these 50-50s, right? Here's one where we have a good shot at it. We got to make the play. We have to make the play on these kind of things. All right, we got the deep post. Brett does a really good job getting this football up and down. Got to make a play. This is one of those where it's like, man, I understand what they're thinking, right? Third and gotta have it, so we're going to sneak a little play action out there. But number 3 does a really good job making a play. These are the ones where you start going through all these clips and you just realize, like, it's just like if the Broncos execute half of these plays, it's just such a different game, but it's not executing good enough. Okay, now we got a 4th down and 3. Right? 4th and 3. We end up motioning across. Okay, we end up getting a matchup we like with Cortland Sutton one-on-one. Take it. Again, don't make the play. And I think he's getting grabbed. Right? I think he's getting grabbed, but it's not like we're getting up looking for a flag. So if we're not getting up looking for a flag, that makes me think that we feel like we could have made a play. And we need to make the play. But here's the other thing that I have a problem with is like, listen, look at how they're going to, okay, we've got man across the board, right? Man across here. We've got our single high safety. We've got a whole player here, and we're playing man like this. We need more stuff where it's like, do y'all remember Aaron Rodgers, Sunday Night Football? I think it was Sunday Night Football. And they just run basically 3 shallows, right? And they sneak this back out. Okay, they just basically run 3 picks and sneak the back out because they had a free access gap like we do here, right? We have our free access gap away from the back, which is not normal. I mean, I don't think it's normal. Normally, you put your 3 tech away from the back, in my opinion. But it's like we could have free release Melvin Gordon, and there would have been no one left on this exchange, right? Okay, there's just like so many little things all over this play that I wish could have been different. Okay, even though they're not, you would love to see Cortland Sutton make a play on the 50-50 ball. But like when you look at ways to fix it would be to scheme up completions like that, right? And then last play of the game, it's almost like they're giving us the deep out. Okay, so we're gonna run double. Okay, where we're on the outs and ups, right? We're gonna try to make them think, hey, we just want 10, and we're gonna get the whole thing. Basically, they're giving the Broncos this speed out here, okay? Instead, we dial up a little speed out and go, and we end up, I mean, I get it. There's only 40 seconds left in the game, but you get a chunk here. Maybe 4 more shots at the end zone. But and then there's nothing Brett can do, man. You gotta try to make something happen with this play. They're playing back. He does a good job stepping up in the pocket, giving KJ a ball that he's got a shot at, and we just can't make the play. So, all in all, how to fix the Broncos offense. One, I think we got to get guys in better positions, meaning like let's go ahead and stop having our tight ends be our deep overrunner, right? Let's maybe stick with the guys who we know can run deep overs. Let's use KJ more as the guy who's going to get the roof off the defense, maybe less Courtland Sutton there. Courtland Sutton, I think we got to make more on the 50-50, right? We got to make a couple more plays on the 50-50 ball, or when we have those opportunities, right? Because we had 2 of them that I thought Brett did a good job of giving him a chance, and then we don't make the play. So, to me, this was a tough one to watch. I do think Brett played a lot better than people are giving him credit for. That's one thing I'd like to say, is I think Brett did a pretty darn good job executing the game plan. I do think there were some plays out there that he missed. And I think they're easily coached, right? They're like, okay, hey, Cadillac, we'd love to see you start with the dagger and then get to the shallow, or whatever, their take is on that play. But I do think a lot of that stuff's more easily coached than some of the other issues we've seen. So I wouldn't be opposed to letting him rock one more time in London. But how to fix this Broncos offense, I think just bottom line starts with we need better concepts. Okay, we need to scheme open more like drive starters, 1st and 10 plays, completion plays. Our boot game, we have to scheme that up better. Can we just pull somebody? Can we just pull, like, I'm not trying to say Pat Shermer had it right, but can we just look at one of the clips of us pulling people in our boot action last year and then see how much easier it was for us to get the edge by pulling them as if they're in the run play and then booting away from it? Like, let's just do that one time, get somebody on the edge like free once, All in all, how to fix this Broncos offense is going to start with getting those guys in better positions, especially conceptually. We have decent concepts. We got to get the guys in the right spot. Other than that, there's a lot to improve. So I don't know exactly the answers. I hope this tape gave us a little bit of an idea of kind of what we could do. Comment below. Let me know what you think. Until next time, peace.